Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, also known as your BFF Steph, and if you are new here, I talk about all things business related on this channel. I talk about ways to make supplemental and passive income, mainly through trucking and through photo booths. Those are my things. Those are the things that I actually do in life. So this is one of my first videos for 2024. I wanted to come in swinging. I want to give you guys a whole bunch of content that you could actually use, that you could actually use to enhance your life and enhance your funds, because that's really what we all want to do. So happy new year, and yeah, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I just wanted to start off with trucking. I wanted to talk about how you can actually get into trucking without a truck. Now, for those who have been following me for a while, you know that I've been in the trucking industry for about 3 years now. It has been a whirlwind. Let's just say a lot has happened since my last video. So to get straight to the point, we had a couple of trucks. We had a couple of 18-wheelers, and our main truck was involved in an accident. I'm trying to keep a long story short. So to give you the short version, the truck, the trailer, the first thing that happened was that the trailer flipped over. I told you guys about this in one of my videos, and we ended up having to get it fixed. It was, thankfully, we were able to get it repaired. It was a reefer, a 53-foot reefer trailer. So if you're not familiar with the trucking industry, a reefer trailer is a refrigerated trailer, which means that it can hold produce and be cold. It could hold frozen products like meat. It can also go as a dry van. So we had a reefer trailer, and we had a tractor, of course, to go with it. So there was a time that we were doing a load. One of our drivers was driving, he was doing a load, and the trailer actually detached from the tractor and flipped over, and it was devastating, to say the least. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it was devastating what we had to go through to get that truck repaired. We found out that we actually didn't have the correct insurance on it. It was a mess. So we actually had to pay for it out of pocket to get repaired, and it was for the best, because sometimes those trucks and trailers, they can be totaled out for things like that. So thankfully, this was able to be repaired. We fixed it. Lesson learned. We got the correct insurance, and this happened early in our trucking career. So that was the first thing that happened. We were going for a good amount of time. We ended up getting a few more trucks, and we ended up starting to dispatch for other people. We had a lot going on. It was definitely, and still is, a very lucrative business. It is just a tough business. Like it came to the point where, like, anything can happen on the road. Even though I don't drive, it still felt like I was on the road. When you are dispatching your own trucks and you own the trucks, they are like your babies. Like, anything that goes wrong with that truck sinks your stomach automatically, no matter what insurance you have. By this time, we have full coverage. We have everything we could possibly have on the trucks. It's still scary just knowing that you're putting such a big asset in someone else's hand. It's literally like giving your baby to a babysitter that you don't know. They, like, yeah, you got their resume, they could tell you all of these good things, they could come with good references, but you just don't know, and it's very hard to do. But ultimately, that's what it is to be a business owner, especially in the trucking industry. If you don't drive, you're giving your baby to someone else. So the trucks are moving, everything's going well. We have our regular things that happen, like flats. We have detention, where the drivers are sitting and they can't deliver, like, regular things that go into trucking. And if these things are not regular to you, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will come back and do more videos going deeper into the terminology in the trucking industry. But anyway, so gradually we had the trucks rolling, everything's going good. We acquired 2 more trucks. Those trucks remain local to where they were because they still needed things fixed on them. So we only had 1 main truck, which was traveling the country. This was our baby. This is the one we acquired those trucks from someone else that we were close to, who didn't want to be in the trucking business no more. It was like a crazy situation. So they trusted us to handle it for them, which we did. Our baby is, on the road. We got a good driver. Everything is going good. My driver, actually, his main goal was always to start his own trucking company. So we knew that he wasn't going to be with us forever, and he ultimately wanted to start his own trucking company. So there came a time when that's what he actually did. He gave us a good amount of notice, and he went ahead and started his own company. So this was the first like real taste of the trucking industry that we got, because it was kind of like he kind of held our hand, because he was a driver for a couple of years before we even entered the industry, so he knew a lot that we didn't know. He taught us a lot as we went along. So when he left, we ended up getting a new driver, and that driver was cool, but then ultimately that driver had to leave too. So now when you're hiring drivers, it's tough. Drivers to me is really what makes the trucking industry hard. If you don't drive, people quit. Like, we never had a horrible situation with a driver. Our drivers were really good as far as like communicating with us, so that wasn't bad. But I've heard horror stories, and being a dispatcher as well, I've seen horror stories of drivers stealing the truck, not reporting when they're supposed to, not delivering, stealing products. Like, it can really get nasty. So thankfully we didn't have to go through that. But we ended up getting this driver, and there was a time where he was driving. We still don't actually know what happened completely, because of course we're not there. We're going based off what he told us. And long story short, he hit some type of bridge and took the entire top off of the tractor and took half the top off the trailer. Now, of course, it takes a lot to, like, why would you keep going? If you hit the top of, if you hit a bridge and it took the top of the tractor off, wouldn't you stop? Because how is it that you made it to take some of the trailer off? So ultimately that hit really knocked us out. Of course, that was a total loss right there. Thankfully we had learned our lesson in the prior accident, and we were able to have full coverage. We were able to get paid for the loss of the truck, the loss of the trailer. Like, it all worked out for us. We ended up getting money from that, so it was okay. But it still was sad. It still was heartbreaking. But it definitely kind of like jaded me. It made me realize, although I love the trucking industry, I want to continue in the trucking industry, I never want to own a truck. Like, now that I'm in it, and as I went along learning different aspects of the trucking industry, I was able to see that you can make so much money in the trucking industry without owning a truck. It's a liability, especially for those who don't drive like me. I'm not a driver. I don't have a CDL, so there's no way for me to, like, there were times when we couldn't even move the truck to a different parking spot because I don't have a CDL. So, and if the driver wasn't available, it would have to sit there. It might get tickets, it might get towed. Like, I've been through so many different scenarios. So it was kind of just like really affecting me mentally, where I was just like, I want to stay in the trucking industry, but I could do this, I could do that. I don't want to own a truck. So I'm here to tell y'all that yes, I am still in the trucking industry, but I do not own any more trucks. We ended up also selling the other 2 trucks that we had acquired, so we got rid of all the trucks we had under our belt, and we now do other things with trucks, which I'll go into in a different video. But just to give you a little bit, we lease trucks, we sign on other people to our authority, like, we do different things. So I say all of that to say that you don't have to be like me and find out the hard way as far as getting a truck and then finding out that it's not for you. For one, this video is not to scare you away from getting a truck. The trucking industry is great, it's lucrative. If you are going to get a truck, I'm just letting you know the things that come with it. You want to make sure things are straight. You want to make sure you have a lot of money just in case things go wrong. And thankfully we were able to step up when things went wrong. So I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just telling you that there are other ways to get into trucking without having a truck. And with that said, I have a free webinar that I am teaching. I'm not going to do it on YouTube because I want it to be interactive. I want you guys to ask me questions. I want to be able to answer those questions in real time. And that webinar is going to take place outside of YouTube. It is free, as I said. It is live. You will be able to ask me questions. I will be able to answer questions in real time. And this webinar is called Trucking Without a Truck, how to get into trucking without a truck. And I'm just gonna go over the different ways that you can enter the trucking industry and make a lot of money without physically owning a truck. You might have heard of some of them, you might not have heard of some of them, but the difference between someone else teaching and me teaching is I am very thorough with my information. I research everything. If I don't have the answer, because it's live, I can actually find out and tell you the answer right there. So this is something you don't want to miss. As I said, it is free. Everything that I do will not be free. If you've been on this channel, you know I do have courses and different things that I sell, but this webinar is free. And the reason why I'm giving it is because at the time when I started in trucking, there were definitely a lot of courses out, but not enough telling you that you can do other things besides owning the truck. Now, the trucking industry has always been around for how many years, we don't know. And we all know that there is nothing that doesn't arrive to us. There's no product that you get to your doorstep that didn't have to go through a truck at some point. So the trucking industry isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay. And the jobs and opportunities that I'm going to tell you about are also needed along the way in transportation. So this is definitely something you don't want to miss. You can sign up for the free webinar by clicking the link in the description. It's going to take place on January 25th. That is a Thursday. It's going to be about an hour. It does have limited capacity because it's free, so I can't have everybody on there. So you definitely want to sign up as soon as possible. I'm giving you guys more than enough time to go click the link in the description and sign up. I already have other courses like on dispatching and the photo booth business. If you want to get into some type of situation where you can make supplemental income, you can go to my website and find out other things you can do. But this right here is for those who want to learn how to get into the trucking industry without a physical truck. I promise you will not be disappointed. As I said, that class is taking place on Thursday, January 25th, 2024. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna be happy that you joined. It's gonna take place sometime in the evening. I'm still trying to work out that detail, but it'll definitely be at a time when you all can make it. So make sure you click the link in the description right now. Join the class. Make sure you sign up. If for some reason it is not accepting any more attendees, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'll do another one down the line. But as of today, honestly, I don't plan to do it. I just want to get this out there. And from here, I'm most likely going to be selling a course. I can't lie about that. So you might want to get the free one while you can. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.